There is no evil. There is no power. It's the biggest lie that's ever been sold to humans. And it continues to be sold again and again. Redemption, salvation, whatever it happens to be, it's all a lie. Power, darkness, Satan, all of those things are just lies. What's Satan's greatest accomplishment? Convincing people that he exists. And he doesn't, unless you believe in him. Same with power. What's the biggest fallacy of power? There is no power. You don't need it. So now, I would like to do a marab. So, dear Shambra, all around the world, here also at the Masters Club, it's time for that transition, that changing, going out of consciousness of evil, which has been such an overriding force in everybody's life. It's been indoctrinated into you. I don't care if you came from religious or non-religious backgrounds, but you're absorbing it in mass consciousness. You've judged yourself so much. And whether you use the word evil or darkness or Satan or just bad, it's time to walk on. Completely, not 10% better or 50% better, but completely. These are very, very much lies. And yes, you can I've had so much philosophy and discussions with philosophers over the ages, and most of it's Ahmyo. They try to explain to me why evil is real. And I say it's real only because you believe it. Satan, evil, darkness's biggest accomplishment was getting people to believe that it existed. It doesn't. It does not. If everybody on this planet let go of that, walk beyond it, this planet would be totally different. But they're not going to. They're invested in darkness. They truly are. The biggest offender of all religions, they're invested in darkness. They promote it. They use it in their marketing. They don't talk about freedom. They don't talk about grace in your life. They don't talk about the beauty of your soul. But sitting here right now with a very small group of humans, here at the Masters Club, here on the internet, you can let it go without effort. That's the beauty of it. That's the irony of it. You don't get rid of darkness by battling it. You walk on. That's it. You don't think about letting it go and how long it takes, how much effort. You just do it. You're just there. You don't think that, well, do I need to keep a little bit of that fear of darkness, that belief in darkness in my back pocket just in case? Yeah, you just let it all go, 100%. And then for you, it doesn't exist. For the rest of the world, yes, but for you, it doesn't exist. It's no longer a part of your reality and creation system, period. The master realizes that they've never done anything bad because there isn't bad. Master realizes they're not trying to overcome anything because there's nothing to overcome. life is just an experience, a beautiful, sensual, passionate, and expressive experience. And while others may choose to live in the shadow of darkness in their lives, while others may choose to judge themselves, assess themselves, and consider part of themselves to be bad or dark, we're going to go beyond that. We're not just dissolving or wiping away a little bit of it. We're not just releasing it incrementally. It's gone. It's gone. There's no gravity to the lie of darkness. There's no pull from thinking that you're bad or that you could be bad if you're not careful. You walk on beyond this. There's no residual worrying of if you were a drug addict, if you're ever going to go back to drugs. No, you're not going to. No holding yourself back, worrying if you drank too much at one point that you're going to go right back to it. No, you're not. You walk on. It's no longer part of the lie that you're buying into. You simply walk on. You don't fight it. You don't struggle with it. You don't do ceremony over it. You just walk on. Beyond power, which is a lie. Beyond darkness, which is a lie. Beyond that you've ever done anything wrong. That's the biggest lie you've ever told yourself. That's the biggest lie you ever believed, that you've done something wrong. Well, the mind's going to fight you on this. Absolutely going to fight you on this. It's going to get mental. It's going to try to justify. It's going to try to do that thing where you say, well, okay, we'll be 10% better. Let 10% of the belief in the lie of darkness go. The mind will say, but you're not ready. You can't let it all go. The mind will become philosophical about it. It'll argue for it. No, no, no more. We're done. You see, because it's still a lie. If you believe that you've done something wrong, it's still a lie. If you believe in power, even with just 1% belief in darkness and power, you're going to believe that that 1% can overcome the 99%. You're going to believe that 1% is enough to infect every part of you. You're going to believe that you're supposed to carry that 1% around. And that 1% is actually 100%. It overshadows everything. Satan's biggest accomplishment was getting people to believe that he existed. Who is Satan? Humans who didn't allow themselves to be the I am. Humans that initially used the concept of Satan and darkness to control others. Humans who couldn't love themselves. That's Satan. Humans who couldn't believe that they were divine, that they actually can't do anything wrong until they started to believe in wrong. It's a big step. It's a very big step. It's in a way frightening because there's still that residual, you would say, that little bit of darkness, that belief in the lie, a belief that you did something bad, that you weren't successful in a business venture, that you weren't successful in a relationship, you weren't successful with your children. It's a big step to let all that go. Big step. I would say it's one of the three biggest things, three biggest steps you'll ever take. It might be the biggest. It's going to cause a huge head game. And I just want to let you know right now, it's going to twist you. I also want to let you know that it's already worked out. You've already walked beyond it. Even though it's going to twist your brain, your thoughts, get you down on the ground, get you screaming in mental anguish. You've already walked beyond it. You've already walked beyond the lie of darkness and of power and of anything that you think you've ever done. You've already walked beyond it. You'll discover what living the powerless life is really about, the freedom. Freedom is when you allow that you've never done anything wrong, period. Freedom is when you allow you've never done anything wrong. And watch how the mind reacts to that. Watch how it's going to try to engage you, pull you in. Surely you've done things wrong. It'll say, maybe let's negotiate, says the mind. Let's make it a little less wrong. Okay, says the mind, let's shave a little bit of wrongness off of this. But it was still wrong, but just not as wrong. Watch how the mind is going to try to get you into negotiations. The master does not negotiate. There is no negotiation in this. Because even 1% belief that you've done wrong, that you're dark, that there's power, even that 1% is 100%. Because it's been ingrained in you in mass consciousness that Satan is so powerful, so effective that just one thought of Satan can bring down the whole house, can bring down the righteous. That's not true, but that's what people believe, and therefore it is. We can't work at this incrementally. We can't spend the next year whittling away at the lies of darkness, the lies that you did something wrong. So I've chosen today to just flip it. And I will apologize to you in advance, very authentically. I will apologize for what some of you are going to go through. The mental anguish, the internal debates, your own struggle with your devil. But I know it's better that we just take care of this once and for all. And you'll end up okay. You'll end up absolutely brilliant, beautiful. It's hard, very hard to simply go beyond all the old programming of hell and everything else. It's very hard. The programming of evil, and the world's going to try to show you, no, evil is real. Look what's happening every day. It's not your reality. It's their reality. I'm not talking about eradicating the concept of evil on this whole planet. I'm talking about you, your personal life. That's it. Is evil still out there? Yeah, because they believe in it. They're addicted to it. That and power, they're addicted to it. Can you coexist with it? Sometimes, yes. Not all the time. You'll have to get away. Bring too much pain to your heart to see how they continue to live in the lie. They continue to believe in evil, Satan, darkness, when they don't need to. Does an ascended master cry from time to time? Absolutely. Because it hurts to see how people keep suffering when they don't have to. But they won't listen. They won't do something as easy as walking on past dark, evil, bad, power. And then there's nothing we can do. So today, we walk on out of the lie, straight out of the lie. No more. No negotiating. No reducing by 10%, by 15%. None. Out of the lie. You realize what we're doing also right now is bringing up a lot has been suppressed, held back, mediated. It's going to come up now. It's going to fight for its survival. It's going to fight for its identity, this belief in the lie. Don't fight it. Do not fight it. Do not engage it. Walk on. When I say walk on, it's where are you going to put your consciousness? Are you going to keep your consciousness in that lie, or are you going to go to freedom? Freedom is the release of the lie. It's probably the easiest way to say it. Freedom is walking beyond that lie. It's a huge lie. You'll come through this. You will. It's going to be tough for some of you, but you'll come through it. Why? Because you're pirates. Why? Because you've already chosen it. Because you're truly masters. And I know I can be tough on you at times. Probably not as tough as I should be, but I can be tough at times. But I wouldn't be here if I didn't already know that you're masters. Let's just sit here for a moment, realizing there's not a thing you need to do. You don't have to struggle. Remember my 60-second workout? Same thing applies here. You don't need to work at this. Just letting yourself go beyond the big lie. Well, how long has it been since you've been living with this burden that's not yours? That you've done something bad, that you're evil or there's evil. Could you imagine once again a society, a place, an earth where none of this existed? Nobody had ever sold this lie. Where there wasn't that burden. And you know, when somebody believes in something, they act it out. When they believe in bad, they act out bad. When they believe that there's power, they act in power. Let's take a good deep breath now. Let's take a good deep breath. And this is another mirab I'd like to make available to everyone, to download, to listen to. I think it was such a point of change for everyone. That and the 60-second workout. And you know what? They're my bookends today. I started with the 60-second workout, and I end with this mirab. And everything here that we've talked about, walking beyond the lie, you can do in 60 seconds. Walking beyond that you're anything other than the most sacred, glorious, divine being. Walking beyond all of the lies. So let's take a good deep breath with that. And now, perhaps you'll understand what I mean when I say, all is well in all of creation.